Have you ever wondered what is the secret for making colorful scrap quilts successful? In today's video, I'm going to demonstrate to you today. Let's get started. The secret to a successful colorful scrap quilt is this: intentional variety. You need enough variety to create visual interest. But you also need intentional constraints to create cohesion. Complete chaos feels messy. Complete uniformity feels boring. The magic, I believe, lives in the balance between the two. Let's get into the secrets that make the balance work by building directly on the things we know for what colorful quilts represents. Let's get into all the colors and why sometimes it can be so chaotic. Now, I believe that there are five core secrets to making a scrap quilt successful. Number one, or I should say, secret number one: let's anchor everything with a strong background. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not saying that that background needs to completely take over the quilt, but I think you also need a background where your eyes needs to rest. So, for example, something that is solid, it could be a quiet neutral, it could be a quiet cream, quiet navy, a quiet sky blue, okay, even black or charcoal. But I would definitely say low volume because, in my opinion, I do believe that black is a high contrasting, high volume fabric. So here is what I think makes it fail with the anchoring. If there is no background at all, everything or all the colors are competing at once. Remember, I always say all those colors are literally fighting back at you. Now, also, another fail in my eyes is that if the background is also busy or patterned, then again, there is nowhere for the eyes to rest. Hence the reason why I said I think anchoring everything with a strong background that is also cohesive works to anchor and rest the eyes. And do remember that with colorful scraps, they are loud fabrics. The background here is the quiet separator that lets them breathe and show off the beauty that they are. So keep that in mind when it comes to anchoring. Secret number two, I would definitely say use a limited color palette, even with scraps. I can hear you saying to me, yes, it sounds contradictory, but it is essential. Making a scrap quilt doesn't mean every color that you own in the scraps has to make the cut. What it actually means is that many variations within the chosen family. And I think that is one another concept that you need to consider. Just keep that family connected. So, for example, if you're looking at a monochromatic, one color and one different sort of shade or tints of that color. So if it's a red scrap quilt with a brick, then, look for, pale pink, cherry pink, burgundy pink. Do you understand what I'm saying? Or if you're using sort of a rainbow theme, or you have one piece of fabric, and this is what I build my quilt on today. I used one piece of fabric, so I chose this black floral fabric that has, lots of color in it, and I build on that. So I chose those same colors from those floral prints within that to help me choose all of the colors that I want to make up my scrap. So I think that is a secret. Limited color palette. Secret number three: manage value more carefully than the hue. In a colorful scrap quilt, think about it this way: value contrast is what creates structure, not the colors themselves. Okay, so before you sew, I would advise you to take a picture and change or edit it into black and white, and you can see where your lights, mediums, and darks are, and if you have a good mix of those. So, if you have a problem color or it feels quite muddy, add more light, add more dark. If it feels chaotic, meaning that there is a high contrast everywhere, then go back to the first statement or the first secret. Group similar values together or separate them with some neutral within those warm or cool or low volume neutral. Yeah. So that is what I think works. Now let's move on to secret number 4. Now, I do this a lot. Repeat, repeat, repeat. A successful scrap quilt isn't random, and you would see the end result here with my quilt. It is about repetition with variation. So, if you use a specific color, use a single bold color, whether it may be small amounts of red, or every other block you will add that red, or if it's a specific fabric, you can then have that same fabric cut into small pieces yet scattered everywhere. Okay, or if it's a shape or the same block, again it's repeated. It's the same block pattern using those same familiar color, fabric, and value that makes the whole quilt look cohesive. Secret number 5: use bridge fabrics to connect disparate scraps. What I mean is that bridge fabrics are the hidden heroes of scrap quilting. These are the fabrics that contain 2 or more colors from your palette acting as visual connectors. So, for example, if you use a stripe with both red and white, whatever your colored palette is, or a floral with green, yellow, and cream, again, connecting to your color palette, a plaid that includes multiple hues, again, connecting and contrasting with your palette. So when you bridge fabrics between 2 scraps, they sort of naturally sit well together. Okay, they translate between the colors, especially if you have your background in there. And again, I will demonstrate this with my quilt that I am making here right now. So, when you don't have a bridge, what you find is that things are really high contrast. It's so harsh to the eyes and it looks lost. Everything looks muddy. But when you bridge the fabrics together, there is a smooth transition. The colors are very cohesive. And I use that word a lot because what it means is that it brings everything together. The quilt, therefore, looks very balanced. So let me show you the result of my quilt. And I will again highlight these things and hopefully you can pick them out for yourself. There is a pattern in the description box down below if you would like to have it. For my members, the pattern obviously are free to you. So here is the finished quilt. And I just wanted to sort of remind you of the things that we've discussed. Now, looking at this quilt, you can actually see it. It's a beautiful, bright lap quilt. However, you can see all of my 5 secrets here repeated. You can see the value, you can see the hue. And if you're confused about the value here is the color. The hue is the intensity of that color. you can see the fact that I have actually bridged fabrics together. And let me point those out to you. So bridging the fabrics, I have added my background here with white, but yet it has blue. You can also see it repeated in this pattern here. You can see the white in this pattern here as well. You can see the white in this pattern or this block here. Now, this is the fabric that I actually based the quilt on. So I used yellow, white, blue, pink, black, green, it's all there. Again, all of it repeated throughout the quilt. So if you find that your quilts, your scrappy quilts just doesn't seem balanced, it doesn't seem cohesive, it doesn't look well balanced, naturally developed, it just looks too chaotic, try using my 5 rules. I do believe that it will help you. You can see that bridging there again. So I hope that this video has helped you somehow to actually create something that you like, that you've fallen in love with using scrap fabrics, and that everything that I have said about using my 5 secrets, and I've used those sort of elements for a long time now. I taught myself those things, that I can look at one particular fabric and base it on and always add some light colors, or whether it be cream or etc. as stated, to give my eyes somewhere to rest and to bring uniformity throughout the quilt. And you can see all of it expressed here. You can see that repetition of all of the colors. Again, remember, you don't have to use every single color. You don't. You just use the colors that you are going to be intentional about, so that it brings the quilt to a uniform visual appeal. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Do let me know in the comments down below what you think of my 5 secrets that I shared with you. Is it something you think that you can actually use? And tell me, what is your 5 secrets that you use to make your quilt cohesive? Do you think my secrets will work with the way you put your quilts together? So I used meandering here, and it's the scale of it is okay. This is a lap size quilt. In the pattern, you will find this size and the throw size within the pattern. This is a 2-block quilt, so I only use 2 blocks to make this. So I hope this helps. Like and subscribe for more. I can't wait to hear from you. I always answer everyone who leave a comment to me, and I like corresponding with you on that level and knowing your thoughts about the videos. Let me know what sort of scrap ideas you would like to see that I do in the future, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now. Happy quilting, and let me show you the back before I actually go. So here is the back of the quilt, and as you know, I always like to make the back of the quilts beautiful, just as the front. I have used that similar blue that's at the front, and I've also used this sort of indigenous fabric at the back, and I just love how it actually works here. It's very peaceful, it's very calming, and it just brings the whole quilt together. So I hope you enjoyed the video. As I said, do like and subscribe for more, and I will definitely see you in the video. Well, not in the video, but on the next video, I will see you. So bye for now, guys. Have a good one. Have a blessed day. Thanks for watching.